I want to talk about why this is called the American Music. You got to stop there. American Music Fairness Act. Yes, it's an act that's fair because there isn't fairness ongoing right now, but it's American music. America. Last time I checked, Zimbabwe gave the world no music. I can't sing you a French song and nobody else. It's America's music that rules this planet. Elvis.
Mr. Chairman. Mr. Simmons, if you, the button needs to be red. Yeah. Red means on here.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I was happy to see many of you this Sunday where KISS, our little band, was honored at the Kennedy Center with President Trump. I'm proud to say I first met President Trump years before he got into politics, and I'm happy to remind everyone here in this room that our President Trump signed the Music Modernization Act in 2018. This bill updated copyright protection for the digital era. The world is changing. We've got to stay ahead of the curve, and legislators need to be informed on all of these things because, let's face it, you do the work of the people. We elect you, and we hope and we expect you to do the will of the people. I'm grateful to President Trump for his leadership on issues important to our artists, past, present, and future. I'm here to kindly ask all of you, both Republicans and Democrats, to help us remedy a situation, an injustice, let's call it for what it is, an injustice that's been ongoing for many, many decades. I'm going to tell you what I mean. Bing Crosby recorded perhaps one of the biggest songs of all time, White Christmas. What's more American than that? Written by Irving Berlin. It's been on radio, AM and FM, later FM, and originally in AM, millions of times. Every Christmas, we and around the world are listening to I'm Dreaming of a White Christmas. That's America's song. Everyone received money. The radio station sold advertising. The plumber who fixed the plumbing got paid. Everybody, the disc jockey got paid. The only person that was never paid for the airplay was Bing Crosby, which is astonishing. And I want to talk about why this is called the American Music. You got to stop there. American Music Fairness Act. Yes, it's an act that's fair because there isn't fairness ongoing right now, but it's American music. America. Last time I checked, Zimbabwe gave the world no music. I can't sing you a French song and nobody else. It's America's music that rules this planet. Elvis, baby, the king. Elvis, who sang hundreds and hundreds of songs, and I met the gentleman when he was alive, and sadly, Elvis never got a penny for all the times, all the millions of times that his music was played around the world. If you go to Africa, you ain't nothing but you hear that music. That is our emissary. That's bigger and cooler and better than any foreign minister that goes on. American culture spreads with our music, with our pop culture. Elvis never got a penny. You know who got all the money? And this is not to demonize Mr. Hidden, who's a powerful and attractive man. He came over and tried to dissuade me, which is a big word like gymnasium, but I'm a big fan of his, and more power to him. He works hard, and he's got 4 radio stations. God bless America. I hope you have 400. This bill, when it's passed, because the word if is for losers, we are going to pass this bill. It is bipartisan. You will do the will of the people because 70% of the United States of America in a recent poll said, we want this injustice cured now and once and for all. Getting close to the finish line does not work. And Mr. Hinton, I understand everything you talked about when emergency reliefs and hurricanes came, and I'm important. We're only talking about AM and FM radio and paying our Frank Sinatra, Elvis Presley, Whitney Houston, Celine Dion, even my newest best friend, George Strait, who's a co-winner, proud winner of the of the Kennedy Honors. I walked up to George and we started talking about family and where you from. I'm from Texas. And I said, I'm from Israel. Same thing, planet Earth. And we started talking and trading stuff. And I told him, George, do you know one of your biggest songs, Amarillo, which has been broadcast on AM and FM radio hundreds of thousands of times? Do you know you never got a penny for any of those broadcasts? He looked around, he said, what do you mean? Because he sings other people's songs. What do you mean? He turned to his handlers. No, that's true. How do you defend that? Mr. Hinton, God bless him, we all live in America, we disagree, but he's wrong. He said that the four radio stations, I beg your pardon, may have some financial issues ad infinitum, ad nauseum. Three of the four stations may have to pay $500 when, not if, this bill is passed. What's your problem? How do we dare come in second to Russia, an alleged country led by a despot, when they do a better job of paying our king of rock and roll, and we're going to stand by and not pay today's artists and future artists? Because let's face it, our children are tomorrow's stars. They're going to claw and fight their way up to the top, and it's really hard to do it. And once you reach the top of Mount Olympus, which is in the center of America, baby, don't kid yourself, it ain't in Greece. This is the land of opportunity where greatness is possible if you put your metal, I'm talking about heavy metal, say what I just did, it was a joke. When you work hard and you get to the top, what do you got? Zipperoonie. That's not the American way. If you are against this bill, you are un-American. You cannot let this injustice continue. It looks like a small issue. There are wars going on and everything, but our emissaries to the world are Elvis and Frank Sinatra. That is who, and then when they find out we're not treating our stars right, in other words, worse than slaves. Slaves get food and water. Elvis and Bing Crosby and Sinatra got nothing for their performance. You got to change this now for our children and our children's children, and I know you will. The president will sign this once all you guys respectfully get your act together and put this across the board. Let's do the right thing. God bless America.
Thank you, Mr. Simmons.